Good morning, Forrest Behm, Planning Ops Trainee with Team 6. So we'll talk a little bit about what happened yesterday on the incident and then move through today's planned actions. So yesterday's actions out in the line were primarily driven by the wind event, the forecasted wind event we had. We did get those winds, but they weren't quite as strong as we anticipated. So some of the crews working around the fire were able to continue engaging in their course of action. Other crews in other divisions had to pull off when they hit trigger points on the wind and go to a safe area and monitor the fire. So one of the primary issues we were looking at yesterday was up here in Division Yankee, right below 190 in Camp Nelson. Our infrared flight picked up some heat signatures north of the line about a mile. We were able to get folks in there yesterday to find those, and they were actually some sequoia trees that, in our best guess, there were keeping fire from the castle fire. So they've, and then they decided to show themselves yesterday. So we've identified those. Those are in areas that there's not enough ground fuels for us to consider that that's a safety issue. So just kind of a unique situation there with the sequoias and how long they can hold heat. So I'm going to work around the fire here and talk a little bit about what we're going to do today out there. So we got Division Alpha, Charlie, Delta here in Branch 1. And so they're continuing to do a lot of the suppression repair work on the dozer lines, the indirect lines that are not part of the main control lines there. And we're going to go ahead and maintain on this entire incident at this point the fire line that's actively holding the footprint. We're not repairing those and pulling those in at this point, just the indirect line inside and outside the fire edge. So that work's going on in Alpha, Charlie, Delta. Coming into Delta here, we have this open piece of line here, just a very remote, rugged piece that we're not able to get our crews in safely to go ahead and put line in there, but we have not seen any heat in quite some time in there. Monitoring that by infrared and visually. Coming around the bottom here on the Echo Juliet, again, continued repair work on a lot of the dozer work out there. We're shifting some of our focus down here into the Panorama Heights, Pleasant View in this area where a lot of indirect line was put in early in the fire, doing some repair work. Moving around here onto the west side up in Branch 2, Kilo is continuing to, again, some of the same there, repair work, a lot of hand line, indirect hand line that they're working on. And then we're ground truthing this with some of our fire behavior folks there to determine there if we have any heat in that area. We're not seeing anything with the infrared flights at this time. So that's looking a really good situation there. But again, very rugged and remote, and probably aren't going to be putting any crews into that area. Coming around to Papa and Romeo, we're starting to walk in some heavy equipment there, some excavators to help them, assist them with some of their big pieces of indirect line. And then we've come around to the top to Yankee there, we've talked about already. That's what we're planning on doing today. End of report.